you continually criticize the Democrats here. Doesn't that imply that you don't have the votes on your side? Because you wouldn't need Democratic assistance to keep the government open.
No, we'll have the votes. We're going to pass the CR. We can do it on our own. But what I'm saying is Democrats ought to do the responsible thing, follow their own advice in every previous scenario, and keep the government open. It's their choice. I wish it could be a unanimous vote in the House chamber today. That would be a great thing for America. But they're not going to do it, Chad, because they're on this lost, they're wandering in the wilderness, and they're cursing the sky at the same time. And you're going to see that today. They're going to vote no, and they're going to come out and try to pan it, and they're going to lie about it. And we're calling on you guys to call them to account. Make them tell you the truth about the bill. They didn't read it before they said all that nonsense. So ask them that. Ask them how they, Manu.
The president went after one of your own colleagues yesterday, Thomas Massie, who does plan to vote against this. He says he should be primary. Do you agree with the president? Should Thomas Massie be primary for his vote against this?
Look, I'm in the incumbent protection program here. That's what I do. Speaker of the House, and you know me and my style and my, the way I do this job. I don't, I bless those who persecute me, right? So Thomas and I have had disagreements, but I consider Thomas Massie a friend. He's a thoughtful guy. I guess he'll tell you he's doing what he thinks is right on this. I just vehemently disagree with his position, but I'll leave it at that.
Mr. Speaker, you in the past did not vote for CRs when you were a rank and file member. You have said in the past that you were done with short-term CRs. By my count, my math might be a little off. This will be the 5th continuing resolution that you're presiding over as Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
What do you say to your conservative colleagues who have heard you in the past promise that you were going to start to go through a regular appropriations process, but yet again find themselves in a position where they have to take a difficult vote on a CR?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll rewind and replay the chairman of the House Freedom Caucus here, Dr. Andy Harris, who said it so well. This is a different CR than anything we've seen in our careers in Congress. I've been here 8 years. He's been here a bit longer. It normally is something that's a patchwork to give us more time to try to get to the appropriations process. This is totally different. A year-long CR, which is the first that I think we've had, I don't know that there is a precedent for an actual year-long CR. It solves the problem because it freezes federal spending, it takes care of these immediate priorities that have been articulated here, and it allows us to move forward with changing the size and scope of the federal government. There is a seismic shift going on in Washington right now. This is a different moment than we have ever been in. The DOJ work is finding the massive amounts of fraud, waste, and abuse. We have a White House that is actually dedicated to getting us back onto a fiscally responsible track. We're going to scale down the size of the bureaucracy and the agencies, which has become the 4th branch of government. None of that was present or true before. When I became Speaker, I inherited a real mess. We had Joe Biden in the White House. We had divided government, and it was a very difficult thing for us to navigate through. I didn't get to do anything I wanted or thought was really important for the country. I did what we had to do, what was necessary, what we could get 218 votes for. This is a totally different scenario. Is doing the CR this time, it actually is the responsible play and the conservative play because we are conserving the resources of the American people. And this is something that all of us have wanted to do our whole careers, and we now have the opportunity
So will this
to do
be
it.
your last CR, sir? Will you support a CR?
Well, this is what I expect is that this White House is going to actually do its job. What a concept. This White House is going to send us a budget that hasn't been done in a while. This White House is going to send us a budget that's going to request funding for a smaller, leaner, more efficient, effective, accountable federal government. That is a new paradigm for us, and we're excited about that. That's what we'll be working on as soon as we get FY26 off the table. FY25, we turn to FY26, and that's when we have all the cuts and the savings that will be actualized at that point. There's a process, as I've explained in here. You have to qualify those savings, you got to quantify them, and then you codify them. Well, the codification process comes for FY26. You're going to see the administration and the Congress working in tandem to provide and present a better government for the people, and that is something many of us ran for Congress to do. That day is now upon us, and we're excited about it.